Hey ladies, welcome to this week's Tell It Like It TIZ Thursday. It's the first Thursday in December. I'm so excited because December, it means what? Christmas. Christmas is like one of my favorite holidays. Anyhow, enough about me. Before we move further, I want to first thank all of my new subscribers that has come on my channel. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. I'm getting new at this. I'm new at this, so just give me some little, grace space for that. And then I also want to thank my followers from Instagram who have followed me over here to see what this, YouTube is going to do, for us. So thank you. One of the things, if you are new to this channel, is that we are real and raw. We do not, meaning I say we, I'm talking about me. I do not record, re-record. I let the camera roll and I roll with it. So you will see some mishaps probably, or you won't see any editing. If I mess up, I messed up. Okay, that's just what it is. One, I don't have the time to go back and do all of that, and then I just kind of believe in just staying in the moment. So let me just go ahead and get comfortable because I got some stuff that I want to talk about today. Okay. Okay, so I thank my subscribers, the followers, all of that. Y'all, I am just new at this YouTube thing, and I've watched enough YouTube videos that I'm trying to understand how this YouTube thing works. So just bear with me while we become acclimated over here. So welcome to this week's Tell It Like It TIZ Thursday. Just so if you are just following me and you've not been a fan, or I don't want to say a fan, but if you've not been following me for years on Instagram, let me just tell you, Tell It Like It TIZ Thursday is a segment that we do on Thursdays where we just kind of tell it like it is. Sometimes it might be stuff that's in the news. Sometimes it just might be things that we need to do. But it's real and raw, whatever that it might be. Secondly, Tell It Like It TIZ Thursday has been, I don't know, I guess we've been doing this maybe for about 3 years or so. And again, we are coming on to YouTube to see what it do over here. So Tell It Like It TIZ this week, we are going to ask a couple questions, and one of the questions is, where your baby at? Yes, where your baby at? It's been 9 months that we've been in this pandemic, and 9 months generally creates life, right? So what have you created during this time for your life? And I thought I'd get this in before, we see the unending massive amount of messages and posts on, it's the new year, I'm getting this together, I'm cutting people off, I'm cleaning up my friends list, and if you don't see me on the list, then you got cut, and all of them shenanigans that not you. Of course not you that we talking about. Them other people, them, not you, not me, not just them. Anyhow. So before we see the post on it's the new year, 2021 is coming, and the pandemic then taught me this, I'm cutting people off or whatever, I wanted to come ask you, where your baby at? So what do I mean? What have you done in this last 9 months internally for yourself that could benefit others? See, a lot of times when we start cutting people off and when we are doing really the most, we've not really done anything at all. We've not done anything to and for to ourselves, for those that are in our life, our loved ones. So I want to ask you during this time, because Lord knows we ain't had nothing but time on our hands. within the last 9 months to look inwardly, look internally, to do some things differently. We've had ample amount of opportunity to do so, to look at ourselves very hard, very closely. Some of the things that we may need to change, like our attitudes, forgiveness. We've had some time to sit and think about who we need to forgive, and not just think about it, but move on it, reach out to people, and then mend some relationships, extend an olive branch to those who we probably at one point in time loved, because that's probably what is keeping us from talking to them, is because we've loved them so hard. But ultimately, God's love, doesn't fail. And we can use his love to help us love on those whom we've loved in the past. And you don't necessarily have to be in communication with them. Sometimes we can forgive, and I'm talking about the forgiveness piece now. We can forgive people and not have them in our space, not allow them to be in our space. But the forgiveness is for you. You don't want that to decay in your body, because it happens. It happens. You ever been to the doctor? And I've been there myself, where I am just not feeling well. They're doing tests. I've done, 3 rounds of physical therapy, all to know that they can't find anything, simply because I'm like stressed. Stress is undetected. It can kill you. And it's undetected when you've gone to the doctor, done blood work, have done this, done that, and they still can't find anything. It's something you need to do that nobody else can do. Your doctor can't prescribe anything for you. You have to do it yourself. So, where your baby at? What did you birth during this time? Did you forgive people? Did you build some relationships? Did you create a newness in some of your relationships? I married people. Did you guys create a newness in your marriage? You had nothing but time. It was just you and that person in the house. Eventually, you're going to have to come together and talk about some things, and just decide that, hey, you know what? Things ain't really as bad as I thought that they were. It's a pandemic, and I had an opportunity to look at myself. Maybe you go and tell your spouse that. I had an opportunity to look at myself, and you know what? It's been 25 years of you telling me X, Y, and Z, and you know what? You're right. This is what this moment is about. That's your baby right there, of coming to terms and deciding, that you're going to be better. And so we as women, we have the ability to create, we're not on our own, but we create life. And so when it comes to our lives, we have an opportunity to create what we want. And I'm asking you, where your baby at? If you don't have a baby, meaning that you've not done any type of internal work, then it is not too late. Unfortunately, we're still in this pandemic, but fortunately, there has been a lot of great things to happen during this time. I don't know, maybe your circle is not like, mine and some of these other people who I have seen some blessings come in. I've seen some increase come in, and if that ain't what you saying, then maybe your baby is to pack up your stuff and move to another circle. Did you hear me? So anyway, I know you heard me, and it probably hurt a little bit too, but oh well. I ain't here to make friends. Anyhow, nah, but seriously, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you, but you have to find something in this. If you haven't found anything in this time, then shame on you. Maybe for the last 9 months, your joint and your finger maybe have gotten some work as you, or maybe you use this finger, and do this. Scroll. Come off the book and the gram, and you've been tick-tocking, doing all this other stuff, and you still ain't did no work, let me tell you something. That ain't hot. You over here singing the WAP song. You trying to, tap in. You the stallion, all of this. That ain't where it's at. This is where it's at, deep down inside. So, I want to ask you, where your baby at? Listen, I'm Keana Reneè, sexy coach, where sexy stands for a place and space where one is free to be who they were created to be, unapologetically. I am out. Thank you for joining me. Follow me over on Instagram. To all my ladies, I am not accepting men at this time. You can follow me at keana_iamwomban. Check me out at SOAR Foundation. Our website is www.soarfoundationusa.org. All right, save the date for December the 28th, where we are having our first virtual New Year's Eve bash. Last year it was in person, but this year we are going to have it virtual. You want to stay tuned and connected with me so that you don't miss that. Also, stay connected with me because I am dropping something very hot soon. Stay tuned. Might be something that you can kind of like read, if you will. But stay connected with me. Thank you. I love you. Bye.